Hi everybody, Mr. Boma from Mr. Boma's Balloons, and today we're going to make Yoshi. Now, if you're not familiar with Yoshi, he is from the Super Mario games. You can see the characters riding on him, and he comes in lots of different colors. So you might have a girl request a pink Yoshi, or a yellow Yoshi. We're going to make the yellow one. I've got a green here. So let's go through and see what we're going to do. You need, for his bulbous nose, you need a 5-inch round. Green, I'm going to use yellow here. You need a 260 for the head, neck, and body. You need a white 260 for the eyes, cheeks, neck, and underbelly. You need, for the green one, I've got brown shoes. The yellow one has green shoes. You don't need a full 260. I've got a little more than half there. You need a partial 260 for the legs. So I've got around half for the legs there. And you need a red or orange or whatever color is for the shell and the head. I think the pink one and the green one both have red. The yellow one has orange. So we're going to use orange. And then I've got a little scrap of black. That's for the two pupils here. I've got a 160 in the body color. That's going to be for the arms and for the eyebrows. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We'll move him out of the way. What's really cool about this actually is that he does stand on his own. He's got these legs that can pivot backwards or forwards so that you can adjust him so that you can get him to stand up on his own. For a birthday party, you can make this out of 350s, make it really big, and then you can make a Mario and actually have Mario riding on him, which is really cool. I just did that last weekend, I think. Yeah, it was last weekend for a birthday party. Came out really, really cool. The other thing is, if you want to do a quicker Yoshi than this, like for a restaurant, then check out Scott Kazan, the Balloon Man. I think his account is Balloons by Scott. And he's got a much simpler Yoshi that you can do for restaurant work or maybe even line work. It's pretty quick. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the white. And we're going to blow this up so that it's got pretty good tail on there. I don't know, that's like, what, 6-finger tail? We're going to start with his cheeks, which are going to be 2 small loop twists. Okay, 2 small loops. And then we'll go to the body color. And blow it up about the same. Okay, again, about 6-finger tail. And we will tie this in right there with the cheeks. Okay, about a hand's width up. About a hand's width back down. And I like to do these separately. I know a lot of people do these at the same time coming down, but I tend to get the sizes messed up. In fact, there you can see this one is larger than that one. So let's see if we can adjust that. About a hand's width. And that's a little better. Okay, so that's what we have. We're going to go another hand's width down. And I'm going to do 2 pinch twists with my body color here. 1. And 2. I'm going to come back a little bit more than a hand's width. I'm going to put a pinch twist here. Come back up. And back down. And that gives our Yoshi his little tail there. And that's what our body looks like. Now with the white, we're going to bring this down, and we want it to curve just a little bit there, because we're going to slide a balloon in there. So make these just a little bit longer. And bring this back up to the other end. You should have a little bubble at the end here that you can twist the end in and make a little bit of a pinch twist there. Okay? So that's what you should have. We're going to take our round at this point and blow it up. It's a little bit underinflated. It's not quite blown up all the way. Well, we'll tie it. You don't have to tie it. You can just wrap it in. We'll tie it. You never know. Kids tend to undo things, and if you don't tie it, then come undone. Okay, so that's what we have now. Let's go ahead and make his shoes. Again, I'm only using about a half of a balloon here. You don't need a full balloon. Make a loop twist. That's about 4 fingers. Pinch twist. 2 or 3 inch bubble. Matching loop twist. And pinch twist. Okay, so that's what our shoes look like. The back legs, again, just a partial balloon here. Okay. Again, this is going to slide through here. So we've got it like that. And then each end is going to attach to one of these pinch twists in the shoes. Wrap that around there. Wrap that around there. Oh, and we've come undone. Redo this. Okay, better. Okay, these legs are nice because you can pivot them forward or back in order to get him to balance, and he will stand up on his own. Okay, let's do our 160 now. I forgot my 160 pump, so we're doing the 260 pump here. We're going to do a small bubble for the thumb and a loop for the hand. I just took that bubble and I passed it through the loop, and that will keep it from coming undone. I'm going to come up a few fingers and put a bend, a few more fingers and put a twist, and twist that in where the neck meets the body. Do it again. A few fingers bend, a few fingers twist. Make a loop twist. And a small bubble for the thumb. Break off the rest. And again, to keep this from coming untwisted as the kid plays with it, take this and roll it through that hand, and that'll keep that from coming undone. Okay, we're going to use the rest of this to make eyebrows. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to take and inflate this. Just about that much, the amount that we need for the eyebrows. Tie that off. Twist in half so that you get your eyebrows. And then we're going to tie these ends together, but we're not going to tie them too tight. We want a little bit of springiness in the middle here. So tie it like that so that you've got a gap there. Okay, so it's like that. And we're going to take this and we're going to take one of them and grab it and pull it through. Okay, so now I've got it like that. I've got one on each side. Now push it up like that. Okay, and that gives you the eyebrows there. Okay, you just need to give him his shell and his mohawk and eyeballs. So let's take the orange. And you can attach this either in the front or the back, doesn't matter. Attach it, take it to the back. Now when I take this back to the front, I'm going to squeeze some of the air out of it to make it a little bit thinner. Okay, so that side one's a little thinner. And do the same thing coming back. Squeeze some of the air out of it, make it a little bit thinner. Pop that off. And tuck it in. We are getting really close here to being done. We are going to take our orange. Now if you're slick, you could have tied it off after you broke it off, but I'm not that slick. I'm just going to put a little bit of air in it, and I'm going to do a pinch twist at the end. I'm going to take my black scrap. I'm going to put a little puff in this, just like that. And I'm going to twist 2 pinch twists. 1, 2, like that. 2 pinch twists. Okay. And with the end of this, I'm going to take it and I'm going to pass it through the center here and grab it from the back. Just like that. I'm pulling it out the back and I'm going to wrap it around this pinch twist. Wrap around there a few times. And that's going to hold this on the back of his head here, and it holds the pupils on the front of his head. I'm going to do 1, 2 little bubbles. You take that in to the back of his head there. If you want, you can do a couple more bubbles and take this down all the way, like that. I usually don't. I just break it off right there. We are going to take, this is a white 260. I've put a puff of air in there to fill it up so that it's round, but I didn't inflate it, and then I tied it. And I'm going to take this and attach this right up here at the arms again. And I'm going to lay it right along the side of the shell. And then back the other way. That's going to give us a little bit of a white line along the side of the shell there. Just a little detail. You don't need to do that one if you don't want to. I think at this point we're done. I didn't give him a lower jaw. You can if you want. In fact, let's go ahead and, whoop, one of my pinch twists just came undone. Redo that. For the lower jaw, I usually use a 160, a white 160. So let me grab one of those. Stand up. Come on, buddy. There we go. Okay, so white 160. You don't need a whole one. You just need just a little bit of this, really. I'm going to wrap this in. He really has a very small lower jaw. So we're just going to make a small loop. Just like that. Small little loop. And tie that in. I'm not even going to bother to tie this. I'm just going to wrap it around a few times. Okay. Get everything all straightened out. And you know, one more detail that you can add. You see Yoshi's got this big long tongue that sticks out for catching bad guys. So you can take a red 260 or 160, whatever you like. Put a little bit of air in the end. And tie it off. I'm not using a full one, I'm using a partial. Okay, just like that. And stick that right there in his mouth so that that's sticking out like that. Okay, so that's our Yoshi. He stands up all by himself. You can make him in lots of different color combinations. You can see I made the yellow just a little bit bigger than the green. Whatever. Kids love this guy. You can make him out of 350s, make Mario riding him. It's awesome. Alright, I hope you like it. I hope you find it useful. And I hope my directions weren't too difficult to follow. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.